Hi, and welcome back. As I said in the last video, I was reluctant to reopen the folder of Nazi-era history, but I had to do so in order to write another novel. So I included a lot of pieces of Nazi-era history that are seldom discussed when I was creating the backdrop for this second novel. One of the pieces that I had known little about was the Nazis' targeting of people who are Romani in descent. These are people whose lifestyle and heritage ran contrary to the Nazi ideal of Aryan purity. These are an itinerant people. They move about freely, or they stay in small communities. And they live a lifestyle that is not what the Nazis were hoping for to be part of their country. The heritage for Romani people seems to come from India, Pakistan, that part of the world. So in both heritage and in lifestyle, these people were targeted by the Nazis. They were rounded up by the tens of thousands, arrested, put in concentration camps. And it is estimated that 250,000 Romani people died during the Holocaust. Another aspect of the Nazi regime that I knew nothing about before I started researching this novel is a program that was started by Heinrich Himmler in 1935, so well before the start of the war. It's called the Lebensborn program. It was a program that Himmler started to create a racially pure aristocracy for Germany. Women who were racially pure and free from genetic disease, which meant that they went back 6 generations to determine their racial purity. They were allowed to wed or at least be impregnated by equally racially pure SS officers. Children born of wedlock from these relationships were technically property of the SS, and they were raised in these Lebensborn homes. There were 10 of them scattered through Germany. In 1939, when Germany had expanded its borders and was now occupying other countries, this Lebensborn program expanded. SS officers were assigned to spot children that they deemed to be German heritage, racially pure, in other words, blonde hair, blue-eyed children who lived in these other countries. These children were kidnapped by SS officers and returned to the fatherland, as it was said. And these children were often kidnapped from their parents' arms, and they were brought to Lebensborn homes in Germany, which to them, of course, was a foreign land. The children younger than 6 years old were given an entirely new identity. Their documents were falsified. They were given a new date of birth, a new hometown of birth, and they were raised in these Lebensborn homes as Aryan children. They were indoctrinated into the Nazi regime, and they were adopted out into unsuspecting homes. If the child was between 6 and 12 years old, that child would be sent to a German boarding school or a Hitler Youth camp where indoctrination could begin. And it's estimated that 200,000 children were kidnapped during this regime's program, this Lebensborn program. And as adults, many years later, Many people were never able to find out what their true name or their true heritage was.